Hello, welcome back to Top 10s You Should Know. Let me ask you this. Have you ever met someone who just draws people in? Not because they're the loudest, the most beautiful, or the richest, but because there's something about them that just feels magnetic. Like the room shifts when they speak. Like people lean in without knowing why. These kinds of people aren't born with a spotlight. They've learned invisible skills, subtle, powerful abilities that shape how others feel around them. Skills you can't quite point to, but you feel them. And here's the good news. You can learn them too. Today, we're diving into the top 10 invisible skills that make you magnetic, not in a fake performative way, but in a deep, authentic way that changes how people see you and how you see yourself. 1. The art of pausing before you speak. We live in a world that worships quickness. Quick answers, quick comebacks, quick conversations. But magnetic people, they pause. They take a breath. They create space between stimulus and response. Why does that matter? Because that pause holds power. It signals that you're thoughtful, present, intentional. People trust someone who doesn't rush to fill silence. They sense wisdom in your restraint. A pause before speaking also shows you're not reactive, you're grounded. That moment of stillness gives weight to your words and makes people lean in, because they know what you're about to say won't be noise, it'll be meaning. This invisible skill radiates presence, and presence is magnetic. 2. Being able to sit with discomfort without fleeing. When conversations get awkward, when someone's upset, when things feel tense, most people fidget, change the subject, or try to fix it fast. But truly magnetic people hold the tension. They don't run from discomfort. They lean into it. Why? Because it tells people you're safe to be real here. They can sit in silence, hold space for tears, or navigate disagreement without exploding. And that is rare. It makes you feel like they're a rock in a storm. And in a world full of avoiders and reactors, that grounded presence, it's irresistible. The ability to stay calm in emotional moments is an invisible skill that tells people, I can handle you. I don't need you to be perfect. And we all gravitate to people who make us feel that safe. 3. Knowing how to truly listen. Most people don't listen. They wait for their turn to speak. But magnetic people, they listen so deeply, you can feel their attention. They're not scrolling, nodding mindlessly, or waiting to jump in. They're locked in. They ask questions that reflect your emotions, not just your words. They remember things you forgot you said. And when they do respond, it's with insight that shows they saw you. Real listening makes people feel valued. And when people feel seen, they're drawn to you. Because you've given them what most of the world doesn't, attention without agenda. That kind of listening, that's the secret weapon of the unforgettable. And 4, reading the room without needing validation. A powerful invisible skill is sensing energy, being able to feel when the mood shifts, when someone's pulling back, when tension enters the space. Magnetic people pick up on the unspoken. But here's the key. They don't use it to chase approval. They use it to lead. They can adapt without being inauthentic. They can shift the tone with grace. They can read the vibe and either elevate it or hold space for it. And because they're not begging for validation, they influence rather than perform. This skill makes people feel like they're with someone who just gets it, who can navigate any room, any crowd, and still stay true to themselves. 5. Using stillness as a power move. In a noisy world, stillness is magnetic. When someone is calm, centered, and unshaken, even in chaos, it's unforgettable. Think about it. Leaders who speak slowly, thinkers who don't rush, people who move with intention. That energy commands respect, not through force, but through frequency. When you walk into a room and you're not hustling for attention, not rushing to prove yourself, people sense something different. They can't always name it, but they feel it. It's presence, stillness, strength. And it silently says, I know who I am. That energy is rare, and it draws others like gravity. 6. Making people feel important without flattery. There's a difference between fake compliments and genuine connection. Magnetic people don't flatter, they affirm. They notice things others overlook. They make people feel significant, not just seen. A subtle nod of recognition, a meaningful compliment about someone's energy instead of their looks, or remembering a detail from last week's conversation. Those are small, invisible skills that go a long way. They make others feel like they matter. And let's be honest, most of us are starved for that feeling. It's not charm, it's care. And the people who master this skill, they don't need to sell themselves. Others do it for them. 7. Being comfortable with vulnerability without oversharing. You know the people who can tell the truth about their struggles but still feel powerful while doing it? That's magnetism. Vulnerability, when done right, makes people lean in, not out. Magnetic people don't trauma dump. They don't seek pity. They share with intention, not to unload, but to connect. They show you that real strength isn't about being flawless. It's about being honest without apology. This balance of openness and groundedness is subtle but unforgettable. It makes people trust you. It makes them want to follow you. Because if you're safe with your truth, chances are you're safe with theirs. 8. Saying less, but saying it with weight. Magnetic people don't waste words. They speak when it matters. And when they do, people listen. They don't ramble to fill space. They don't talk just to be heard. They communicate with intention, and their words carry weight. It's not about being mysterious. It's about being anchored. When you're selective with your speech, people value what you say more. Silence becomes part of your message. Your presence fills the gaps, and suddenly people are waiting to hear what you think because they know when you speak, it's worth hearing. 9. Holding eye contact without dominating. Eye contact is one of the most subtle yet powerful skills you can master. Too much and it feels aggressive. Too little and it feels insecure. But just enough, with warmth and calm presence, creates connection instantly. Magnetic people hold eye contact not to intimidate, but to invite. Their gaze says, "I'm here with you." It grounds the other person. It slows down the interaction. And it tells them, without words, that this moment matters. You'd be shocked how many people have never had someone look at them with real presence. When you do, they'll remember it for a long time. 10. Exuding peace that others want to borrow. The most magnetic people don't just bring peace into the room. They are the peace in the room. Their energy calms the nervous system. They don't come in with chaos, gossip, or judgment. They move slow, breathe deep, and make you feel like it's okay to be yourself here. And that's rare. Because most of us are walking around anxious, overstimulated, and guarded. But when someone enters a space with peace, they become a silent anchor. You'll see people open up, slow down, gravitate to them without knowing why. That's not luck. That's emotional regulation practiced until it becomes presence. And presence? That's what makes someone unforgettable. So, which of these invisible skills are you already using? And which one are you excited to develop next? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to Top 10s You Should Know for more powerful insights like these, because sometimes it's the things no one else sees that make all the difference.